Hi Internet, in this video I will be dressing up some cinnamon brooms. You can get these at places like Walgreens, I think Walmart has them, Trader Joe's. Yeah, they're usually under $10. They are made of straw and cinnamon oil. You want to be careful when you're touching these. Keep them away from pets, so cats or dogs. Please do not hang them where they can smell this stuff. It's very toxic to animals. It also keeps pests away. So if you have a spider or ant problem in your garage, you know, just keep this, keep one of these standing upright or hanging on the wall. They smell amazing. They're very cozy. People usually put them in front of their porch. The smell can last anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how large your space is, how humid the space is. Climate does impact how long these last. They do get dry over time. However, you can always add more cinnamon oil. So if you have a spray or like a small essential oil bottle, just go ahead and pour it over there. And they also make different sizes. So these, I think, are called whisk brooms. I have 3 of them. They usually come with a loop that you can hang. You can also hang them horizontally if you would like. If you have some nails and you want to get creative, you can also tie some rope at each end and just hang it up on a nail. There's so many ways to get creative with these sorts of things. I have one here. Also, you can add lavender to them if you would like. I have some lavender bunches here, so let's get started. All right, so I've started with one. I've added some lavender bunches. I am going to be using my hot glue supplies to add some other stuff to this. I'm thinking ribbons or bows. I want to really have some like glam elements in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my energy drink and pull out my supplies. I've taken out my supplies. I have a bunch of stuff that I've been stocking up and reusing for over a year. I have stuff here that has not been used yet because I just didn't know how to use it. So I have some strings and things that I think will pair really nicely. And a bunch of ribbons that I need to sort through. Yeah, I think this is more for like nail supplies, but I also have pearls and glam things. And of course this stuff, this is for more intricate work. I'm probably not going to use this. You know, hot glue really shows up when you're using small pieces like this. So I'm going to be careful with that. I am going to be implementing a lot of these ribbons and things. So let's see what happens. As you can see, I have variations of colors of ribbons and sizes. I can definitely go for more of a Baroque feel, like a Venetian feel. I can also go for more like a Frenchy Rococo vibe. I also have feathers here. There's a lot of pearls. I have this really pretty lace. I just got this random idea. So I have this really pretty string and I was thinking of like dangling it here, or maybe like once I finish up with the small strings, I can just add this like something dramatic to kind of hide all the loose ends here. So I have my mat here and I'm thinking of just, again, hot gluing something on here. I was thinking pearls and then having it dangle from here. So let's see what happens. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky. I have so many gems here. I was thinking I could do maybe alternating with the pink and cool tone. I'm not sure. Yeah, a lot of decisions to be made. I might implement some of these flowers too, because I do want like a very girly vibe. Well, not girly, but more glam. I think it came out cute. So it is starting to stick to this mat. So I'm just gonna like kind of lift them off as they dry. That is so satisfying. I love things that melt. That is perfection. So I am gonna cut it around here and we'll go from there. So I have this really pretty like vintage heart doily ribbon. I'm really curious to see how that's gonna look. This is starting to look like a Valentine's Day thing, but I do want like those like kind of cheesy, like girly vibes, just a little bit, just like a little, still keeping the glam, but I just want it to like exude positivity. The first broom has been completed. Not your typical little cinnamon broom, but that's what crafting is for. I decided to add my signature feathers. I feel like I've been adding a lot of feathers to my stuff. All right, so let's move on to the next broom. I took some of those beads. They were in this like plastic string, and they just came loose. So I decided to like add some hot glue and stuff. It's not perfect. I have this ribbon here. I was thinking of making like maybe a medieval style like wrap here. We'll see what happens. This came out way nicer than I expected. And I realized the other broom looks a lot fuller because of the lavender. I found this brown lace ribbon. So what I'm gonna do is make like faux bristles using this lace and try to fluff it up and add some stuff at the ends here. It worked. My plan worked. The brown ribbon finally has a use. I'm gonna see if I have any more darker ribbon I can use. But wow, wow, wow. This looks so much more fuller. Okay, so here's the other one. I really love the fact that I had enough brown ribbon to do the fluff stuff, like to make it look fluffier. So technically you're supposed to actually fluff this out. It's a lot like lavender. You want to like separate the stems a little bit to have the fragrance come out. I don't like to do that because these shed a lot. If you know, you know. So here's one side. I did end up adding a little angel here. You can see the hot glue, but I don't think that's a big deal. I added some of these purple beads. Not perfect. It's okay. The medieval style here turned out great. I really like the way this came out. Yeah, very, very girly. I have used this string for so many projects. It's ridiculous. So I will be giving these away as a gift. I made some pumpkins that are super girly and have pearls and stuff like that. And I think it'll match really nicely with this. I am going to turn it around. All right, so here's the back. We have some Harry Potter vibes here. We have some of this like very stringy, coarse gold trim ribbon. Here, I think it matches the aesthetic of like, and the texture of the actual straw. So it does feel like straw, and it's just perfect. I basically hot glued the ribbon in like different directions, so it has like that more full effect. I added some of this. I have used this for so many projects as well. It's so fun seeing all the different ways these ribbons can work together to make like this really pretty Baroque vintage style. It's not perfect. You can see some of the ribbon here, but this is supposed to be like almost like a shabby chic style thing, you know, vintage, a little messy, imperfect. That's like one of my favorite aesthetics, is like that imperfect look. These brooms turn out really, really beautiful and special, and I'm excited to give them away. As beautiful as they are, I'm okay with letting beautiful things go. Love making beautiful things, but it doesn't mean I have to keep them. I put them back in the bags to absorb that glorious cinnamon scent. It was really tricky doing that because these things shed like crazy. I'm a little out of breath. But yeah, I hope the person enjoys seeing these as much as I enjoyed making them. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they look with their with the pumpkins that I also made for them. But yeah, that was my little video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.